Hello, beautiful souls. Happy Tuesday. I almost said Monday because I'm used to being here Monday and Wednesday, but we are here all of July. Why? Because it's World Watercolor Month. And I get to share with you guys all of the watercolor fun. So that's how that works. Let's make sure. Oh, where's my chat? Let me pull my chat up. Oh, hey, Beth. Beth said, I'm not going to miss it today. Already. Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's make sure I got my chat up so I can see. Here we go. Where we are. Okay. Beth, my lady, she texted me back this morning or emailed me back this morning. So we are a go. I am going to do Slapping Paint on Paper by Karen McCoy. I can't wait. She's going to send me the mock-up Friday. I think Friday. So that is super duper exciting. Okay, let me know in the chat. Is everything clear? You can hear me good? Because I have been doing some recording and I'm good for cutting the microphone off and it's on. Good, 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 good. Okay. I was in the process. I've been gone all day because I hadn't had some quality time with my artsy friend Pierre. And so we hung out this morning. I had to go to the chiropractor. Then I went stopped by. So I had some things I had to do. And I got the car wash, got some gas, did some things. So now I'm back home. And because I'm with you guys every single day, I'm not even worrying about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. Because all I know for a fact we're going to do, we're going to talk about these prompts if we want to. We are going to slap some paint on some paper for sure. And the only thing I know for sure that I'm going to do this whole month is premiere all of my watercolors. Why? Because yesterday I stopped at I think 17. But after I got off the live, I realized I have 24 brands of watercolor. And I am not done. I have I think 3 separate brands that's coming in the mail. Like, it's watercolor month. Why not? Duh. Yesterday we used a Gallo and I think some Rosa Gallery. I'm not sure. So today we're going to use Rosa Gallery and I have them out on the desk. But I have a guest in the studio. And I'm kind of wait a little bit so she can, pop in and, she's kind of not a guest. She's home now. And when I show her to you, I need you guys to just really type in the chat what you think. Because she's my new assistant. She's going to help me hold things. She's going to help me, I'll try not to talk to her. Try not to. But I'm going to hold on to hold on to that maybe halfway through. But she's right back there. And she's going to be watching. And that's how that's going to work out. Now, my chat, for whatever reason, don't want to come up. So let me do this. Make sure, everybody, if you're coming in, hit that thumbs up button so we get pushed out and let everybody know that we are here for Watercolor Month and we're going to be slapping some paint on some paper. That's all I know for a fact, that we are going to be doing some slapping some paint on some paper. Faux show. Faux show. Why won't this thing do? Okay, maybe that's how it is. Oh, there we go. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. Oh, that's not going to work. I'm going to need that. If you hear something fall, you'll know what it was. Be my phone. Because my phone gets the chat faster than my email. My laptop. Okay, we have our book. We have all of our tools. If you've seen my video that I posted about the tools that I'm for sure we have to use. We have to have watercolor in whatever brand you have. Don't necessarily have to go out and buy no new watercolor unless you want to. I'm not here to stop you. The Flower Color Guide, which I love. Opal and Mint is using the same book. And she's the reason that I bought this book, because when she had it, I was like, oh, that is so cool. But I've started collecting daggum flower books now, right? So here we are. We got the Flower Guide. And this is why it's so daggum pretty. It's just motivational. Now, will we paint from it? Will I paint from it? Maybe. I don't know. Right now, I don't know. I'm just going to pull up some paper and we're going to talk about it. But this was the palette that I took on the cruise. And these are the gouache. These are Rosa Gallery. These are Dots and Dust. Oh, look, did I put Dots and Dust on here? Yeah, Dots and Dust. I forgot about the brand, which made it go up. Deep Light, which is another brand that I have. And these grabby florals that I haven't even used. And it's because when they came, I just didn't like the way they look. And that's just me. That's a personal thing. But it was in a box of goodies or whatever, so we'll slap some paint on it. I'll research it. If it doesn't work out for me, hey, the granddaughter can always have it. We'll find a home for our paints. That's not a problem. Deep Deep South is Deep Deep Light. I be saying Deep Deep South, but it's Deep Deep Light. Is a handmade watercolor, and they have some beautiful colors. They're out of, I think they're the ones out of Colorado. I think. Not sure. Can't remember right now. But, and I also have Stardust, which is from Jasper, which they're over there somewhere. My Daniel Rowdy and my KMS watercolors, my Archer and Olive. I forgot all about all of those. So let's do this. Because why? It's World Watercolor Month. That's all I'm trying to say. So, Beth, I started watching your video this morning. Again, I was in the doctor's office and I had to pause. So, I'm going to finish it. So, this weekend, the 11th, 12th, and the 13th, this weekend, hi, Dawn, is my family reunion. And so, as I was doing my thumb drives and putting up scheduling, so, you know, if you're like, what day, I definitely put up times. But pay attention maybe to the time on the channel, because I've done up to I think 13 14 days, and that's where I will change the time if it's going to change. But this weekend is going to be the only thing that kind of puts me maybe that I have to change or switch it up, because I tried to start the day off maybe doing it, which means some of the lives might be early, some of them might be later, I'm not sure. Some of them might be just like, hey, I'm here with family, I decided to pop in, we're going to talk about World Watercolor. Might not slap some paint on some paper at that moment. I don't know. So this weekend, I'm going to be very, very, very flexible, kind of fly by the seat of my pants kind of thing. That's how that's going to work out. So that's how that's going to work. But this is KMS watercolor, and I know I haven't used these in a while. But they are, if you like, what is these things? The shiny. That's what I call them, the shiny. Then you will, these are so pretty, and they smell like licorice. Like, I just opened this box and they smell like licorice. But these are handmade, and I love all of her paints. I haven't ordered any recently because I figure these are enough for me, because I don't need all of my paints to be iridescent. I think that's what it is, iridescent, shiny. These are the ones I come to when I want to add a little bling bling or bloop bloop on my flowers. So, but these, I forgot about all of these. So there's KMS watercolors. These are my Beam paints. I couldn't believe I forgot about Beam. So I had to put Beam on there. So after the live was over, Kuretake was the last one I wrote down. So Stardust, all of these dots, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is what I added to the list. And I was just like, ugh, oh my goodness. Okay. That doesn't include watercolor pencils. But yeah, so this is my collection of Beam paints, and I feel like this is why I say this month, because it's watercolor month, we're going to wake up all of these, because I've used a couple of colors out of here, but some of these puppies I haven't even used. And some of them I love so much. I love the greens, and yeah, the greens and whatever purple this was, I love that. So I haven't pulled these out because I fell in love with Daniel Smith, and I kind of put these to the side. And I also I started hoarding and didn't want to use them all, but these are yummy. I love Beam paints. They handmade, Canada company. So that was those, and the Archer and Olive, I like, but I don't like. What did I do with them? I didn't even take them out. I don't know where they're at. They're in here somewhere, or I might can take them off my list. They're somewhere in something. I know they're in something, but Archer and Olive. Wait, did I put them in there? No. So, wait, did I? I had to think about that. because the Archer and Olive, I wasn't really using them because I didn't like the way I don't. Y'all, this is me. If I gotta do too much spraying to wake it up, I don't got that kind of time. I don't really want to take that kind of time to do it. You know what I mean? So it just kind of stuck. Did she love the cookbook journal? Oh, did you give your daughter? Hold on, let me catch up on the chats. Did you give it to her? Oh, I spent the day at my daughter's. Oh, so now I'm going to my craft room to swatch. It's paints. So Dawn, yes. So did you? Is that the daughter that you made the cookbook junk journal for? That book is so lovely. I guess I'll start back on my junk journal after World Watercolor Month. Okay, today's prompt is number 8. Today is day 8, and it's tired. Now, I kind of thought about it, and I still didn't get motivated to want to use the prompt. Yesterday, Maddie had said something about putting tired flowers. And then I didn't get motivated to, after I thought about it, I was like, yeah, tired flowers will work it, right? But then I was just like, I don't want to make no tired flowers. I'm just not tired. And I'm just, So I don't know. But that's the prompt. For those who are doing World Watercolor Month and you're following the prompts, today's prompt is tired. Tomorrow's prompt is home. I don't even know that one. But the 11th, 12th, and the 13th, I'm not really worrying about it. I was trying to do looking at my, what's those thumbnails and putting the prompt. I was like, no, I'm not putting them on my thumbnails because what if I don't feel motivated to use them? So that's where that is. Okay, so today, y'all know we have social life and we talk about things over here. World Watercolor Month, it does not exclude life conversations, but we are going to slap some paint on some paper while we talk about World Watercolor Month, while we slap this paint on this paper. And if you do anything, I want you to put hashtag World Watercolor Month so everybody can see that you're participating and see what you did, whether you use the prompt or not, right? It's World Watercolor Month. Just long as you're taking the time to, again, take time out for yourself, commit to taking that, that step in watercolor, or if you haven't used watercolor and you want to take this time to dive into watercolors, this would be a great time. Great time. But I'm just painting whatever the prompt makes me think of. Yeah, I agree, Dawn. That will be it. Oh, and I am so happy to say it was great. We talked through the pages. Oh my goodness. I am so happy that she enjoyed it. Did you take a picture with her in that book? Today, I had a couple conversations. I had several conversations today with my friends. Like I said, we go and we usually chat it up. We chat for about a couple of hours. That's why I never say I can run in and run out. There's never a run in and run out. It's always we're here, we're talking, we eat, we drink coffee. By then we drink water. We're just, and just talking. But y'all know I told you the other day, Monday, daughter number 2 and I had great conversations. So it brought up different things. What is buff? Is that buff? I might need my glasses. Let me see. I moved my laptop. It's right in front of me. That might explain why I had it where I had it so I could see. All right. Oh, I can make this chat bigger. That's what I can do. Buff as in the color? Is that what you're asking? Let's see. Where are we? Let me scroll back for number 1. What is buff? Buff. It's like a cream color. Yeah, buff, yes. Okay, buff. But buff is, yeah, it is like, says buff titanium. Soften any bright color by mixing with buff. Okay, yes. Okay, now I'm in, okay, I got you now. Like, yeah, I got you now. So if you want, here's a good example. Remember, I don't know, Beth, if you were here when we were trying to make soft peach. We're trying to make that soft peach. Well, buff was the white, the titanium that made that color come to life. Let's see if I have that book right off. Yep, there it is. Buff will give you, oh, let's go to the thingy. Probably that's it. Yeah. It's a peachy. We were trying to get this peachy color. No, see, I don't like that. That make that messed up. I'm not going to miss. Oh, I like that, but that's not what I was trying to do. Oh Lord. Okay, I think I was off. All right. Okay. That's why I have that chat up. But buff will give you. It was hard to make this color, and when I did buff magenta, I feel like a little bit of orange got me this very, very, I don't even, it's not pink, it's more peachy. It's more of a peachy. And the PY, no, you got to go with the, what do you call that thing? You know the PYs, the pigment. Hi, Azuka's Kitchen. How are you? I was on your thing yesterday with that meatball sauce. Where's the thing? I have a cheat sheet. Yes, I do. Sure do. Let's see. I did enjoy my holiday. I did. I really did. I enjoyed Bermuda 100%. I would love to go back. But my next trip will be, I don't think I'll be on a trip before I go to St. Lucia. But I will be planning a trip abroad soon. So buff titanium is the pigment, of course, is white, PW6, but it's a unbleached color. It's semi-opaque, and it's natural. That's what it is. It's natural. It's kind of like an off-white color. It's an excellent color for mixing neutral shades and softening bright colors. And when I mean softening bright colors is if we can take, how about we just do it? Because that's buff right there. Boop, boop, and is. And I don't care what palette I have, I'm going to have a white in my palette because I've learned now that I'm learning. Hi, Bernadette. How are you? I've learned that I like to mix certain colors together, right? And so, where's my pan? Here we go. Let's use this. No, I don't want that. It's got green on it. I don't want it right yet. Oh, this one will work. Let's spray it down. Remember, you got to have your watercolors, your brush, because we are doing what? Slapping paint on paper, healing what? One brush stroke at a time. And is. Okay, have your water and whatever watercolor you want. Right now, I happen to have a plethora of things in front of me. I do. But we're going to create a soft neutral tone. Oh, this could work. Yeah, that might work. So when you take this color, I'm going to wake this color up, which is, I don't know what color it is. It's one of these two. And I'll have my cheat sheet for the palette. All I know I do. Hold on. Well, if you want to know, let me know. I ain't going to give out information people don't want. But I want to say it is crimson, maybe. Crimson. Oh no, it's madder red, so that's not what I want. Carmine. Yeah, this is carmine. I need that one. Okay, and the other thing, it's good to know what's in your colors. That's another thing I've learned. Okay, so if you are mixing like the red, yes, it look red, but if you're wanting that soft color that I just had, and I think this will be the way to show you for real, is this color right here, because it was hard to make this color. And you don't get this color in a palette. You get this color by mixing it. And even this color, I had mixed this one, and I think this one. I'll try to link that. I got the recipe, because this is recipes. We're doing recipes right here. All right, I'm going to clean that off. Let me get my paper out of the way. This is Slapping Paint on Paper, World Watercolor Month prompt today is tired, Tired, in watercolor. Now, when you don't want to do the prompt, don't worry about it. Don't worry about stressing over it, okay? Because it's just a suggestion. It's just a prompt list, right? So some of them you might get into, like they got avocado coming up on the 24th. I'm going to love that one. Why? Because it's green. And I'm going to love slapping paint on paper with that green. So let's see. Dawn said, yes, I need to get the paints that have the PR codes, not the PB codes. And another thing is when you get these codes, I can tell you, when you get the pigment, and we're talking about codes, we're talking about the pigment name. And the pigment name of this one here it's PW pigment. The pigment name is PW, right? And then its number is 1. So it's PW6 for this one, 1. Now, some of them, if you get, you can have another white. They have, like this is buff titanium. They have Chinese white. They're different. They do have they serve a different purpose. Don't think just because they're white, they're going to serve. Like you have the black, you have the pearly black, you have the ivory black. I'm like, wait, what? But when you put them on here and start mixing them, that's when you see the difference. So as we're talking through World Watercolor Month, and I'm not going to say that too many more times because I feel like one of these days I'm going to say something real bad because the WWM, that's what we're going to call it, right? But for today's conversation piece that goes along with what I usually do on Mondays and Wednesdays, I was thinking about it and I was just like, World Watercolor Month is a thing where it's talking about different prompts and it's giving you these different things to do. Some people don't want to do them. And we're going to be kind of talking about watercolor, but we're going to kind of be talking about life and pain and all the things, right? And as I was having a conversation with my daughter yesterday, I was thinking afterwards, and the reason it solidified it for today was because me and my friend, it came up again, and it was avoidance. And it was talking about then the other thing was we got avoidance on the left side. Then we're talking about being blessed through a crisis or being blessed through something terrible happening. Like for me, I never in a million years would have thought I'd be sitting here growing a YouTube channel, having fun doing what I'm doing after losing my son 6 years ago, right? And I've grown through it. Like it's a long-term pain, but I didn't avoid healing. So therefore it helps me face it and it's building my resilience. Y'all get where I'm going? So just because life starts happening, and I'm going to try to talk and do this here, but just because life starts happening, don't worry about it. Just be like, okay, what is this going to teach me in the long run? That's what I've been learning these last 6 years. So, it works out. And when you think about avoidance, most people they feel safe. But avoidance might be safe in the short term, but it will cost you your peace. It'll cost you some serious peace and your joy in the long run. It does not pay. I always tell my husband he is the greatest at avoiding things. He does not like confrontation. He don't want to do none of it. He'll get in the car, drive home, and I'd be like, well, you forgetting I'm in the car with you. The situation, it bothered me, it touched me, so we might need to deal with it. And he will try to avoid that thing at all costs. Okay, now you see here how I took the white and I put it over here. It's a different color. It's in here. It's a different color. Here it's more pink. Now watch this. Watch this right here. Watch this. Clean this brush. And we're going to get a little bit of this orange. And we're going to slap it in there. Just mix it on up. Look at that. Look at that. Now, if it's not what you want it to be, look at that. Let's see. Let's slap it on this paper. See, so this one, I would say it's still too red. The red undertone is still too much. So I'll come back in with my white. So this is the softening part, is you want to put it in there and soften the color, or go right in on the palette. Like, let's go back in there. See how it softened that color and made it a little bit more Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a yummy color. Look at me. Made that color. Now, if I'd have wanted that color, I wouldn't have really made that color. I am the queen of avoidance. I am learning not to be. Oh my God. Are you really, Beth? No, ma'am. I miss confrontation. I miss outcome toe to toe. So I'm the one that has to back up, be quiet, stand still, and say, how do we want to confront this? And it's because I used to be the queen of avoidance. I used to be the queen of taking it. You know, somebody slap you and you're just like, okay, well, here's the other cheek, slap that too. And then they'd be like, okay, well, here's another cheek, slap that too. And somewhere along the way, again, life happened. And I just decided to choose courage over comfort. Like, it didn't help me in the long run. I still had to, it still came back around. And what I would either be trying to walk away from and just not even have to deal with, it would still come up. I mean, it could come up years from now, right? So I learned to face the issues so that it could build my resilience. Like, courage isn't about not feeling fear. It's about choosing to act despite fear, right? Each fear you confront makes you stronger and more resilient for future challenges. Now, right there, WWM, World Watercolor Month, I want people who have never picked up a brush and never even thought about slapping paint on paper. I want them to face that challenge. I want them to say, you know what, it's World Watercolor Month. I'm going to go get me some paint and some paper and a brush and some water, and I'm going to slap some paint on some paper. It will help you as you slap that paint on paper. Look how that is dried. That is pretty. So we're going to, now it's mixed up a little bit and settled. Look at that. Oh, look at that. The colors. I have certain colors that I love because they make me feel good. Yellow is my go-to color, right? And what I've learned outside of my personal comfort zone is growth happens outside of my comfort zone, right? So if you're staying in your little bubble and you're just like, oh, it's comfortable over here, it's okay, I'm okay, and you're still hanging around your own people who are letting you just sit there and be that way, you'll never really grow. You'll never really develop or bloom into the person that God has really called you to be. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. Personal development rarely happens when you play it safe. I'm saying that from a mother, a woman who have lost 2 children. That, if that is not outside my comfort zone, child, I don't know what is. So I ain't telling you nothing. Wait, we're going to use this. We're going to keep using this. Beth, so you got any questions about that? About that titanium white? Ooh, and let me go a little bit further. I don't know if you got the gouache with the white, but let me wake this one up. That's even better. So I want you to think about it. Think about that thing that maybe you avoided. I know some things I have avoided. Some things I just do not want to face. And some things I just like, I put on the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness. I put my feet down flat and I prayed and I was like, Lord, we going in. And 2017, when I did that, I became stronger. I reminded myself that God was here with me then, and this situation is not going to break me. Because, and it was a situation including like, you know, centered around my marriage. It's just like, no, me and my husband are good. And the thing that was trying to come in and penetrate the bubble, it needed to get gone. So once I got clarity on what the problem was, that is when I put a plan into action. And I was like, I'm not finna avoid this anymore. I'm not finna be quiet about it anymore. I am going to take small steps. And I clarified the direction and where I wanted this to end up, prayed about it, right? Really prayed about it because it took me a couple years to really have this head-on conversation. So now when Karen shows up with like, wait, what? What'd you say? Wait, hold on. Because I don't avoid the conversations no more. Because you know what? We teach people how to treat us. And if you let people continue to do what they do, then that's what they're going to do. And they're going to talk about you. Let's be clear. They're going to talk about you. Ask me if I care. But you know what? You might talk about me, but you know where you're gonna be talking about me? Outside the gate. Because people can't come through the ranch with that bull crap. I don't got time for it. Because again, I've stood by 2 caskets. I don't have time for the foolishness, right? Avoidance limits your opportunities. And now that, when I think about some of the things that I missed out in my life because of what I thought, what people would say, it's just like, God darn. But don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. God knows that you were going to be that way. So therefore, he does not stop the blessing. He holds it up, but he wants you to face the fears. He wants you to open those doors. And then you're going to be so surprised, and you're going to be like, dang, that wasn't that bad. I should have did that years ago. Because when you really, really, really face it head on, right? God is already there. He's already prepared the way. He's already laid the table. The people just got to show up. So enjoy the buffet. Those are pretty colors. I like that. Okay, so we got that all mixed up. And that's it. Dawn, you're my superhero. Look, that's why I say we got to have people and we need to have, that was bad grammar. You need to have people in your life that will push you in the deep end. You can't live in the 3 feet or the kiddie pool your whole life. There comes a time when you have to eat meat. You have teeth. It's time to eat meat because your body needs to have that substance. And standing on the sideline talking about, no, I'm going to go over here in the kiddie pool because you're trying to avoid something, or you're trying to avoid a conversation or a difficult situation, it's not really going to help you. It really, really isn't. So I got a question. What fear or issue are you currently avoiding? I had to think about this when I was journaling, and mine just happened to be that I didn't really have one. And then it's like, and I asked myself, how might my life change if I faced it head on? So I had to go back in history because I had one, right? I had one. I had family drama. And now, Mr. McCoy will tell you, I'd be like, no, we're not going to do that. Or we need to talk about that. Or how does that affect our household? Because, when a man and a woman get together, it says leave to cleave. That's Bible, right? So when 2 become 1, there's no talking to him without talking to me. And there's no talking to me without talking to him. So when people want to have those private conversations, I'm like, well, why you need to talk about away from? I ain't going to do nothing but tell him anyway, right? We're eventually going to talk about it. And that's just how that works out. But anyways, not Dawn, but Beth, did you get that? Did that make sense with that white? And now that it's drying, it's even more pretty. I have a list a mile long. Okay, we'll start writing them down and chopping them up, put them up by importance. What's important? Because I'm quite sure some of those things that might be on your list, you might not even need to deal with it. It might not even be that important. That's the thing that I had to do. I had to prioritize. Is this important to me? Like, is this going to make or break my marriage? Is this going to make or break my friendship? Those are the kind of conversations I have with myself. And if the answer comes up no, then I don't worry about it. Now, if I go to sleep thinking about a thing and wake up thinking about a thing, then I know it's something that I'm going to probably have to deal with. Okay, I like that. All right, let's put some white. Let's slap some white in that. Because I used to be a director with Mary Kay, right? And Gloria Mayfield Banks used to say, if you go to sleep, well, this was the thing. If you go to sleep, if someone talked to you about Mary Kay, right? And at the end of the conversation, we'd be like, well, if you wake up thinking about these pink bubbles and these pink products and these pink lipsticks, you need to be on my team. You need to come and join me, right? Because there was something about it that really, really jumped on you that you wanted to be a part of, right? See how that white did that green? Now, sometimes some things when I tell you some things ain't worth it, some things ain't worth it. Y'all know I'm an only child. I'm the only child my mother had. So my dad had 2 other kids, but we didn't grow up together. So you get that concept, right? So when my kids are going through the sibling stuff, or when my husband is going through the sibling stuff, I just be like, I don't understand. So I stopped speaking from a place. I stopped adding my little 2 cents or whatever. I started asking questions. So, and my husband, he gets to the place and he'd be like, well, I don't know. I was like, well, you need to find out. Like, can you ask this question, ask that question? Not because maybe whatever is going on, I'm not, wanting to be a part of it or whatever. I just need to know the answer. I'm one of those people that I need to know. How do we use a cell phone? Like, I need to know something about it. Just something. I don't need to know all of it. I don't need to know, like, how the car runs. I just need to know if I put the gas in the tank, it's going to go where, and I need to do this. Old school cars, if the car didn't crank up, you could put the gas, like, if you ran out of gas, you could put the gas up at the front part, and it will, get there faster. These cars ain't like that. So I don't care about how they work now, okay? So... but don't avoid it. That's what I'm saying. In avoidance, make sure you get clarity. Clarity comes through action. Avoidance creates confusion and indecisions. Like you won't make a good decision. And that's that's maybe the real issue. My husband and I probably like, he's an avoider and he just like, I don't want to deal with it. It's not worth it, whatever. And I'd be like, well, okay. And then 2-3 months down the line, here we come, same old thing. I'd be like, well, I'm sorry, but you need to find out what we need to do about this or whatever. I mean, I don't care what it is. If he don't want to deal with it, he just don't deal with it. But me, I'm just like, let's deal with it. Because again, clarity, you get the clarity of what it is, then you can move in the right direction with the situation, right? Where's the car plug? Right? Oh my God, Dawn, you with me? So when we're talking about World Watercolor Month, some people I avoided using watercolors. Why? Because using water and watercolor, I was just like scared the crap out of it, scared the bejesus out of me. I was just like, I can't do that. I'll stick over here with the acrylics that don't run all over the place. And when I slap some water down on it, it just don't go crazy. I'll just stick over here. And then one day, Dots and Dust was a guest on Illustrated Faith. Was she on Illustrated Faith? Yeah, she was on Illustrated Faith. And her watercolors was amazing. I was just like, look how she is putting that paint down. Is that watercolor? And and then she's like, yeah, these are handmade watercolors, yada yada yada. It's like, oh, maybe that's it. But it didn't matter. It was user error. I was just avoiding trying it. But once I did, baby, I use acrylic only in mixed media. I don't slap paint on paper with acrylic no more. It's watercolor. Look at that. These flowers look tired to you. They don't look tired to me. They look very, very pretty. Very, 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 as my granddaughter says, they're very much so beautiful. So that's pretty much it. You can't heal what you want face. True healing starts the moment, and I'm telling you from experience, the moment, even after losing my first daughter, it took me 3 years to become brave enough to acknowledge the real issue at hand. I was mad as hell because my daughter had decided not only to take her life, but take my granddaughter's life. I stayed mad for a long time. And I didn't understand why I was angry until I faced the truth about what had happened. You can't heal what you want face. Try being mad at somebody who is no longer here. So if you are angry or you got a situation or you got a tiff with somebody, I'm telling you, grab your, grab some, get some, use your imagination as to where I want to go with that. And just say, look, I need to talk to you. Write them a letter, like something. Acknowledging your challenges is the first step toward lasting recovery. And this is the key, emotional freedom. Then the colors, no matter what color you pick up in your palette, you're going to feel joy, right? This is how I'm telling you. When you clog up, listen, let's take it this way. I'm finna go deep and go there with it. When you ain't had a good one, right? Like, you done ate all the crap and all the stuff and you ain't had a good one. Like, you just like full of it. You just full of poop. That's what you got to do with avoidance. You got to really take it and pile it up and be like, okay, I'm going to put this over here because this right here is my sanity, my household, my marriage, my daughter, my whatever. Okay, this over here is job. I don't work there no more, so that kind of won't throw that out. Or this over here, he didn't put the toilet seat down. Okay, can we? Okay, how we can put this over here? Put it. Don't avoid it. This is the way we do it. Toilet seats right here. You got your bathroom. I got my bathroom. You clean your mess. I clean mine. You want to piss on the toilet? Knock yourself out. Don't do it on mine. Figure out how you want to do it, right? But don't avoid these hard conversations. Marriage, I'm talking to my married people. Y'all know what I'm saying. Marriage is a full-time job and overtime. You never go to sleep. You're always on the job. There are always opportunities to make your marriage better, right? So, avoidance, World Watercolor Month, they go together to me. I avoided watercolor because I didn't want to mess up. I was afraid of it looking like crap, it not doing what I wanted it to do. I was just, no, thank you. I don't want to do it. And I'm just here to tell you, get over yourself, get over your fear, slap that paint on the paper. And July is a great time to do it. Because why? Everybody is slapping paint on paper and they're not worrying about what it looks like. So no matter how small or how big, the progress of you picking up the brush and slapping that paint down on that paper, that is where the growth comes in. Now, we're going to talk about Beth and Dawn for a moment because both of them are card makers who have stepped on this watercolor band and they're doing exceptionally well. I applaud Beth because she's just like, I don't know, but I'm going to do it anyway. And what is this and what is that? Ask the question. Remember, clarify. What is it? Identify clearly what you're avoiding and what it is you're trying. Just like she just asked about the buff titanium. The question that you don't ask in life, that's the dumb question. The one you don't ask. And only you know the question that you want to ask, but you never ask anybody to clarify so that you can get an answer. That's just it. And I'm speaking from somebody that, I wouldn't ask questions. I sat up in algebra class for a whole semester and I needed to know, how did you get that answer? Because there was always a step that my teacher would do in his head. And then I'd be like, I did everything he said. How do you get that answer? Well, he would do the addition in his head. And sometimes the multiplication, because with sometimes in algebra, you got to do stuff in line. If there's parentheses in the middle, you got to use that thing. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, right? I got it now. You got the P parentheses. You got to work what's in the parentheses first. I wasn't getting it. But I didn't get algebra, y'all, until I got to college. Because I finally asked the question. And the teacher then was just like, well, I did that in my head. I was like, you mean I got a D in algebra in high school because I ain't asked the question? She said, yeah. I was like, well, good God Almighty, just call me dumb. But, I just needed the D to get through the class. I didn't care after that. But simple things, if you don't know, the dumb question is the one you're not asking. So if you have a question for me, I'm not over here saying, oh, well, you got to get in my Patreon for me to teach you this, that, and the third. That is not it. I want you to join my Patreon because it's something that you want to do to go deeper on an intellectual level, or not so much even watercolor, but watercolor is included, right? But we take action steps in Patreon. Like, we determine what's the first step. What's an actionable step? Here, I'm going to talk about it. I can't tell you how to fix it because why? It's not tailored to you. In the Patreon, it's more of make a roadmap based on what you say you want to learn or what you want to do. You might just be like, oh, I just want to join your Patreon because I just want to hang out with you more. No problem. Cool. Let's do it. But if we are here on this live and now in July, you got so many people that are here on their channels doing amazing things. Emma LaFave, she's doing different stuff. I ain't doing that. I'm in a Patreon. I don't really want to do all that. The way I just scratched my head about this math. I hated math. But I hated math because I just didn't know it. I failed algebra in high school and aced it in college. Right? Same. I made a B in it, like in college, but I asked that one question. I just don't know. And I think in high school, I just didn't want to be the girl that asked the dumb question because I thought it was a dumb question. Nor would I even stay after school to ask the teacher because he was, one of them mean kind. And I just like, I ain't asking him nothing. I just, my motto was, I'm going to see my way through. Because C would keep me from not being on the bad, naughty list. And a C would just not get me in trouble at home because we couldn't bring D's at home. But I made a D in algebra. So look at that. Now, I did this because, Beth, I'm going to show you something once this dries. And we're going to use that buff white. We're going to do it. Yes, we are. Because you see how it's done over here, what it's done right there. But we paint that. We slap that paint on that paper there. And I don't think these flowers look tired. So I'm going to take the prompt. Y'all know me. I'm going to take the prompt and I'm going to probably write tired in my fancy whatever after it dries. And that's going to be the prompt. Hi, Paula K. Popping in just to say hi, still at work and have to go into a quick meeting. Yeah, and they don't let you listen when you go into your meetings. We don't like that. We do not like that. But that's okay. You get, we got 23 more days. Every day, all the way to July the 31st. And I can't say what we're going to do each day because I just feel like it needs to just be, hey, let's wake up and slap some paint on some paper. Except Mondays and Wednesdays are kind of, I don't know. No, they're not. I'm still on vacation. Let me just say that. Mentally, I'm still on vacation. All right, we got that. What color's on here? I need to see what color's on here. Okay, we're going to let that dry. All right, I'm going to clean this brush. I was still trying to think after I got off the live yesterday, guys, what I wanted to tell you guys, and I cannot remember. I still can't remember for the life of me, so we're going to walk into it this week. I know that. I don't like that size. Let's do this. Let's do 3. But I want you to just determine in your spare time what it is. I know what I want. Never mind. What it is that you really, really, really have been avoiding in life. And again, ask yourself the question, is it something that you need to face head on? And if it is, then sit down and map out a game plan, get clarity on what it is, commit to taking that first step. So the next 24 hours between now and tomorrow is Wednesday, 3 o'clock tomorrow, I think that's what it's set for. I want you to determine what it is that you need to really, the first thing you need to put on your list and you need to handle. First thing, that's what I want you to do. Not that you got to do it, but I want you to commit to just writing it down, thinking about what's the first thing that you need to do. Because remember, progress toward a thing, it will give you the courage to really face the thing. Like it's a mindset. I think it's a mindset for us that we don't really, I'm going to say for me, let me just say for me, I didn't want to muddy the waters or I was joining the bandwagon with my husband and be like, oh, it'll get better. Right? Because for me, my thing was like in-laws. That was my thing. It's been that way ever since the day I said I do. Like I can't say that it was great from the beginning. It's getting better, but why is it getting better? You know why it's getting better? Because I took the time to decide what was important. Family is very, very, very important to me. Right? I mean, after all, I'm the mother of 7 children. So, whether they get along or not, they're still mine, and I still like to get together and hang out. Now, whether they want to do it or not, now they're grown. I can't make them. So, that's how we are. Okay, I put a T on here. That's what I was trying to do. T for tired, right? And T for tired. And then I'm going to take, I'm going to get creative. This is how I want you to think about it. Like Dawn said earlier, she talks about the word, or she says the word, and however the word makes her feel, that's what she does. So I was just thinking, it's just like, okay, T for tired. So we're going to put, that's up there in the corner, tired, Tired. And down here in the bottom, so we have it twice. We wrote it. But I'm not tired, because tired, really, I don't like saying it, because I'm not tired. So we're going to flip this thing around, and it's like, we are not tired. We are painting happy flowers that are not tired. They are, the sun has hit them, and they're not tired. But I'm going to hit on World Watercolor Month and see what everybody's version of tired was. I'm very curious to know. Okay, we're going to do this. I do know I have abstract planned coming up somewhere. One of these. I think it's this week or one of these days. I'm not sure which one. I'm not worrying about it. But we're going to do abstract. But tired wasn't the day to do it. I just didn't think it was. But we're going to take this. We're going to just slap it down. So, and Bernadette can tell you. She can tell you. Did you see, Karen? I painted a couch. Did you? Where'd you put that? Is it on, I haven't been on Instagram. I haven't been on anything. This is the first time I cut my laptop on was to get on here with you guys. I haven't done anything today. I'm very bad. I was in the doctor's office earlier this morning, and I started watching Beth's video with, and then that was the most I did. I was talking with somebody individually, face to face. Look at that tea. Ooh, you can even do something else and do like, oh, look. Let's take another color. And I don't like that. I'm not finna try to do that, but a T-I-R-E-D. I don't like that. I'm not going to even do that. But that's what you can do. You can. You can. Okay, so I was saying my major thing in life was avoidance. And once I got married, it was more so avoiding my in-laws at all costs. And we lived in Germany, so I didn't have to have these conversations or be avoidance. But here's the thing. It cost me my health, because when we would go to North Carolina, I'd literally get like sick. Like my stomach would hurt. I'd just be like, oh my goodness. Because the stress of it, knowing that I was going to have to like not want to say anything, knowing I should. And it wasn't even a big situation. It was just basically little simple stuff. Well, I didn't do it. So it cost me a lot of stomach aches and, heartache and pain. But now, no, we have a lot of mouth now. We have a lot to say, and not in a disrespectful way. See, and this is what I'm saying. You determine your first small actionable step towards whatever it is. And that's what I did. I decided to talk to what I felt like was the source of the issue. Had the conversation. It didn't turn out so well, but I didn't care. I was free of it because I had done my part in talking about what I thought was causing problems, right? Because at the end of the day, this is what I say. I'm the wife. I'm not going anywhere. And I have the Lord on my side. It says leave to cleave. Okay? That's what it says. So, but for me, because I'm family orientated, I just like, no, I want this to be good. And plus I didn't want my husband to be stressed, because I knew that he wasn't going to, be like, well, we need to, whatever. So for me, that's what we did. I'm happy that I did it. I'm happy that I started using watercolors. So this is what I'm telling you guys. Remember, your fears don't get smaller by avoiding them. They shrink only when you face them. So today, I encourage you to choose courage. I encourage you to take that leap in your life to make your life better. That's all I'm saying. And trust me, I mean, even with my own mom, I'd be like, sometimes be like, you cower down because you're a child, you're a child, you're your parents. But then it's just like, wait a minute, I'm a grown behind woman. Wait a minute, hold on. Is there a better way that we can have this conversation so you don't have to say I'm disrespecting you or I'm not talking to you right or whatever? How do we need to talk about that? Identify, make some action steps, clarify, engage. That's all I'm saying. Pray. Prayer is number one. Pray about it. Ask the Lord, whatever. The Lord is going to acknowledge what you need to do. I promise you he will. My couch looks abstract. Does it? Where did you put it at? I'm almost finished. I'm painting well. Okay. But I like this. I like that. That's pretty. This is going to be even prettier when I take it off. So it's World Watercolor Month. Today's prompt is tired. And I was tired of being in a crappy situation when I would visit in-laws. I took action steps to face it head on. See how I'm working all this stuff in together? It all comes together. But y'all know what the Lord says. Everything works together for the good of those that what? Love the Lord. I did what I did because I know that I wanted the Lord to be pleased, be well pleased. And I've just learned in my life over the last 10 years that God has called me to do some pretty doggone hard things. Especially when he put me by another casket 6 years ago. It'll be 6 years this October to say goodbye to another child. I was like, God, you got to be kidding me. But here's the thing. Being here with you guys, gaining the friends that I've gained since that, I wouldn't have met you if I wouldn't have lost my son. I wouldn't be in the place that I am now if I wouldn't have lost my son. Now, some people are like, doesn't that make you angry? It used to. But when you understand that your life has a calling on it and it's meant, there's nothing wasted in our life. Time is not wasted. Like people think, I'm too old to do this, I'm too old to do that. No, you're not. If God gave it to you, he's going to bless you through it, right? So I encourage you today, choose courage. That's just it. That's the word. Tired is the prompt, but courage is the word. Courage is the word of the day. Okay? Oh, that was good timing, but I ain't done yet. Okay, again, like we said yesterday, if you gotta go, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, Team Replay. Oh, God, I'd be so bad. Team Replay, I do apologize that it's taking me this long to acknowledge that you're here because I love Team Replay. I do not want to take it lightly that you're here and I've taken so long to acknowledge you. Team Replay, if you are not, so if you're watching this video, you're watching this replay, and you are not subscribed to the channel, I have 70% of people that is watching on replay, and they're not subscribed to the channel. So, and it's like some of those people, they come back, they keep coming back, they keep coming back. So it's kind of like what my pastor says in church. You can't have relationship until you join. And then he says something like, well, if, most people are like, well, I'm subscribed over there. I'm subscribed over there. Well, your blessing might come from over here. I might pop on and do a live. You might miss your blessing. You might miss your word. You might miss something. I don't know. You might miss a freebie. I found a daggone Bible that I need to use as a giveaway. And you might miss it, right? Subscribe to the channel. All these great things come with being part of the community. So if you're watching on Team Replay, I do thank you for being here. I do. But I want you to hit that subscribe button. That button right there. Hit it right there. You see it's black. It's not, you are not subscribed to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Then hit that bell notification all so that when I do go live, you'll be notified by email. Hey, Karen McCoy is live in the studio. What's she going to be talking about today? Who's she going to be talking about today? What her and her husband got going on today? You know what I'm saying? Because my life over here is an open book. I tell William, like, you got to let me know the parts you don't want me to talk about because mine is an open book. I've written 3 books, so it's open. I don't have nothing to hide. My point. Okay, so with all that said, if you are here and you're here right now and you are paying attention, and you are not subscribed to the channel, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. You see it. It's not lit up. Click that subscribe button. Come hang out with us. Yes, love it, Dawn. Come join Team Karen. I love it. Y'all, here's the deal. I asked the Lord, if I do, look, this is my thing. Let me get this and do this. And do this while I talk, and we'll talk through this because I'm gonna not do it. But anyway, I said, Lord, I'll do what you want me to do, but can you not have me talking to myself? And I'm telling you, we're over 700 subscribers. I thank you guys, right? And he's done. I'm doing what he asked me to do, is to let people know that you can still show up in the world after they've suffered the worst thing in life. that you still can show up and be happy. That it doesn't mean that you have to just not be, or you have to like ask yourself what. Like you get to still be happy because God is still here. He is the same God that maybe put you in the situation, but he wants you to know that the blessings are greater where you're going. You can't heal what you won't face. The word today is tired for the prompt, but the word for the day is courage. Have the courage to face those things head on. Taking even small little steps, but clarify what direction that you want to go in. And then you will gain momentum. And before you know it, you'll be like, dang, why I didn't do that? Okay, real quick. I took that white. So Beth, you saw how I took that white and I put it on my brush and then I just went over this flower. So, and see how it highlighted and just kind of laid on top of it is the best way I can say it. But it's another reason why you want white always in. I'm sorry, let me back up. It's another reason why I want white. In my humble opinion, I think white should always be in a palette. In my humble opinion. As for me in the studio, that's what I want. Okay, I got 2 more things. Maybe not. I don't know because I'm having fun and is. All right, let's pull this up so our T for tired can show up. I almost start singing for y'all, but I stopped real quick. Looky. Ain't it cute? And is. Now, check this out. This is what I had a dream. This was a dream. Now, let's see if I can get the right daggum color. I'm finna do something I don't like doing. It's hitting my watercolor with heat. I don't like doing it. I like for it to naturally dry, but I want this to be some sort of dry. And that's just me. Yeah, I love white in the palette. I love white in the palette and I love black in the palette. Black and white together, not black and white together, but in the palette. I think that's what that is. But we finna do something. Hold on, I gotta figure out what color I want to do it in. O-M frickin' J. Orange? No, I used orange. No. Roar. Okay, I need to be motivated. Oh, purple. Okay, see how quick that worked out? Now where's purple? I think that's purple. Oh, yeah. Y'all, if you haven't realized, another thing over here on this channel, we have fun. We have questions because I want to engage. I don't want it to be a one-sided thing. I like to ask questions. And I like asking questions based on a situation in my life that I've already gone through. So if you ask me, well, how'd you do that or whatever, then I can kind of have some kind of answer. Oh, I feel like I'm going to cover up the T and it's not going to do what I want it to do. Whatever. Slap it down. Just do it. Go for it. Ooh, look at there. Don't avoid it. Just do it. Jump on that boat. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, yes. Do, 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 do. Yes. Okay, and let's put one over here. Oh, that's a good purple. Let's see what purple that is. These are Rosa Galleries right here, so I'm not sure what color this purple is. Ooh, yum, 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 yum. Isn't that yummy? Okay. Many avoid the black and the white, but I find both useful. You know what? And I think I've seen people avoid it, but they do well with the avoiding because they do something different. I think I need it because of the mixing. Yeah, they multiply the palette with mixing. Yes, absolutely. So for me, it works better when I have it in my palette, and I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do all the work. And I've learned, just like the color I just did earlier on that sheet, wherever I did with it, I needed those colors. I needed that white to make that peach, that peachy peach. Ooh, this is pretty. And I need black sometime to make my olive, like my green that I like. I have to have black. This green right here, this is has black in it. So that's another thing. It's World Watercolor Month. Try doing something different. Break the rules if you have to. And I don't have any rules. Let's be clear. I don't have any rules. I just do whatever makes me happy. because I'm not over here trying to tell people what to do. I will say, in my humble opinion, when there's something, it's in my humble opinion. But for the most part, because what's for me is for me. Like 100% watercolor paper is not for me all the time. Like when I want to do something crazy or whatever, I don't got time for the watercolor paper. But I love Fabriano watercolor paper, and the 100% watercolor paper I love, but I don't like using it all the time. That's me. Some people, that's all they like to use. Okay, so you got this in here and lay that on top of that. We got to move fast. This is why I was saying it needed to be dry, because I didn't want to mix it up, because I just wanted to slap some flowers down here. Doop, 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 boop, 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 boop. There we go. There we go. That's going to be pretty when it dries. Now, when this dries, I am going to possibly try to get a pencil, one of my fine liners, and write on it. But I wrote tired down there, but you can't really see it. So let me write on the back, today is 8. And this is our, well, I don't know now which one I want. Which one should be 8 today? I don't know. I used both. Don't know. This one has tired on it. This one doesn't think, I don't think this one represents tired. I think we'll just use this one. Which one you guys think? Left side, right side? Pretty or mixed media, kind of abstract-y, kind of. I don't know. Whatever, whichever one y'all put in the chat. I'll put 8 on both of them though, because I did both of them today. Now this watercolor month, it's like Christmas in July for me, because I get to paint anyway. I'm painting anyway, but I get to show up and hang out with you guys every day, like every single day for the next 23 days, 23 days. I think it's 23 days. And I'm super excited about that. I'm not worrying about creating scripts. I'm not worrying about, well, what are we going to talk about? I've prayed and asked the Lord, whoever will show up or whoever I'm supposed to reach on Team Replay, you'll give me the word. So when we were talking about avoidance, so whatever it is, either whether you're on the live or whether you're going to be watching on Team Replay, if that is you, then don't. You risk missing out on amazing life opportunities by avoiding difficult situations or conversations. It's kind of like a parent not wanting to tell their kiddos about sex. It's kind of like a parent not wanting to talk to their kids about drugs. Those are kind of avoidance situations that limit a child's opportunity. Because most of the time, if you don't tell the kids these things, they're going to go out in the world. Well, now they got the internet, so they're going to learn about it. I just would prefer that, maybe they hear it from you. So that's it. That's just how it works out for me. But you like both of them? Well, doing that's not really helping. Maybe the mixed media looking one. Okay. Beth, which one you like? Who else is on here? Excuse me. And Team Replay, if you're in the chat and you decide you like, no, I like that one, just let me know, because Dawn had a great idea. As always, she comes up with these amazing ideas. She's going to put hers on a ring. So I already got my ring ready that we're going to put them on a ring. But I can't put both on the ring, because whatever one I put on the ring, I am going to scan them into my computer, and I'm going to put them all together. I'm going to load them all up on my Mac, and I'm going to put them all together, and then I'm going to make them into a collage. And I'm going to print it out and put it in my shop. And it's going to be 2025 World Watercolor Photo or World Watercolor Collage, whatever. I'm going to have to give it a name, other than World Watercolor Month. So, yeah, that's how that's going to work out. All right. I like them both, too. I do love this one. This one is talking to me. It's speaking to me, and you can still see the C. So that works. That works out, too. I love this blue color up here. But I'm just here to challenge you today. Today, for whatever reason, the word is courage. Have the courage to speak your piece. I ain't saying go cuss somebody out. That is what I'm glad I didn't do, because that would have probably caused a lot of riff and tiff and whatever. So remember, I said get clear on it. Have clarity. Have clarity. Have clarity on what you need to talk about, right? We are not going out just cussing folk out, right? That's not what we're doing. We got to have clarity. We got to be clear on what it is we're doing, because we want to let go of these temporary comfort zones. Like, we don't want to keep being in this space. We don't want to keep inhibiting our growth, because that's what it's doing. Just face it, right? Facing the issue will give you more courage. And courage isn't just not, it's not about feeling fear. It really is about just walking through this thing, right? I love the layers on the second one. Okay, love the layers on the second. Okay, so this one's gonna be it. Out, they're both gonna be up here. And again, I'm housing them. I want them to dry. I think that's it for desk time. I'm still gonna be in the studio. I will probably have a guest in the studio, a real live guest, but I'll probably keep her secret too. So we are getting ready to do, close your eyes if you don't like moving and stuff like that. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes, because I'm getting ready to move the camera. We're getting ready to take a stroll. We're going to meet my guest that's in the studio. Isn't she cute? Isn't she lovely? Look at her. I had to put her apron on. Where are we? Where is it? There we go. I had to put her apron on. I painted the face. I painted all the stuff on the apron. Be positive. What is the other thing? Think positive. I had a stencil that I used, and the stencil that I used was Dina Wakley. So that's Dina Wakley's paint, acrylic paint. But the thing about this is my friend Pierre. So we're gonna, let me take it off, take the apron off so you can really see what got done. So Pierre made this for me, made this for my birthday, because I was talking. Pierre's my crafty friend. They own a restaurant here in Eufaula. If you're ever in Eufaula, you need to come and go to Barb's Country Kitchen. Okay. So let me back up, because that's the other thing I don't like about this thing. She has her clothes on. It's a mannequin, and she has her clothes on, and this is her blouse, and then this is her skirt. It's pockets that houses. Look, that's a block. That's a stamping block. Then we got some ephemera, right? We got some little applicator bottles that we can put some glue or some stuff in. We got some toppers, pop dot tape, right? Everything, like all the way around. It goes all the way around. She has, even in the back, she has pockets in the back. So I said she's going to be my little helper here in the studio. So I'll put stuff in there, and I'm thinking that I'll put stuff in there, and then when I need her really to show up, then I'll kind of put her like right here next to the thing, and then I can just reach in my pockets and grab all the things. So she finally came home because she was in the restaurant, so he could have so he could show it off, because he makes them. Like he made one for Christmas, and she had the daggum cutest outfits on. She had this boots on. Look at that Buster Boaz out there. He's outside the door. So yeah, that's that. So that's the new guest. That's the new lady that's in the studio. So yeah, let's see how we get this. Oh, there we go. I wanted to make sure you get to see it without it being so close together. But yeah, there she is. I'm going to do a video from her top to bottom, so it really hones in on it. But yeah, that's it. So I'm going to leave her right here for now. So that means, if you know the studio, she took the place of 2 carts. So I had to move the cart over there. 1 cart is over there, 1 cart's behind me. But for the most part, she's going to be the houser of whatever. Who knows? All right, close your eyes. We're going back down. There we go. I know that really bothers with some people. And now that I've been on a cruise boat, I get the motion in the ocean and all the things. Hold on, this dog. What are you doing? Come on. That's what you get for going outside, staying out there. Look, he's so hot, he dropped down on the floor. Look at him. Boaz, you hot? Boaz, you all right? Tell the people hello. He's like, man, it's hot. And she got me out that door. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, you're going to have to move. I need to put my chair back. Excuse me, you're going to have to move. Move, buddy. Move over there. He's just trying to lay down on the floor because my floor is cool. All right, where are we? Okay, so hope everybody enjoyed my little guest. I'm going to have to name her. So I need to give her a name. Oh, he smells like a dog. Ugh. He will not be in here long. Ugh. Okay. All right. Hey guys, how are ya? Tells you we got a new setup in here. We got the desk. We did a new thing. So far, I'm liking it. So far, so good. Oh, I didn't take that down. Oh well. We'll see how that works. I just won't be able to do desk time right now, which I'm not doing. Okay. But anyway. Remember, the word of the day is courage. But the prompt for World Watercolor Month is tired. Tired. Just in case my southern accent doesn't sound like tired. So I really want you to hone in on not to avoid, right? I want you to really create a space for your joy. And you can't do that avoiding the situation. We cannot avoid. Remember, it takes courage. Avoid it might feel safe right now. Like you might feel like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to talk about that. Oh, but in the short term, but it will cost you your peace, your growth, your joy in the long run. Trust me, been there, done that. Don't want to do it again. So I want you to choose courage over comfort. I want you to face it. Face it head on. Facing bills, like when you face the issues in life, it again, I just can't say it enough. It builds your resilience. Like, even though I've lost 2 children, right? I can't say that, God forbid, if I lose another child, that I will be okay. I don't know. And you don't know until you really go through a thing. So in order to build your resilience, you got to pray and ask God to give you the strength to deal with all the things. And let that be the first part of your conversation is, God, how am I going to deal with this? Because I want my peace. I'm not giving up anything in my life right now. My peace is what's important to me. Having lost 2 children, I don't have time for the bull. Serve it to somebody else. I don't even want you to get somebody else to do it. I just want people to be respectful of me because I'm trying to be respectful of them. And if I'm not respectful, this is what you need to do. You need to be like, Karen, you said something the other day that kind of offended me, or you said something that I don't have understanding. So remember, get clarity. Let's talk about it. So the person or the thing or whatever, get clarity, because it might not be that serious. It might not be what you're thinking about. Like, I was in a whole conversation, a whole year thing, like years. And what the people thought I was mad at, I could have gave less than a darn about. I was mad about something else. I was upset about something else. I was ready to cut somebody for something else. Okay. We'll move on past that, because what? I got clarity on it. I faced it. It gave me the courage to stand up. Now that I know that I don't have to go and cut nobody, because I don't like going to jail. Don't want to go to jail. Don't want to do none of that. So we're good. So I want you to take the courage, grab the courage by the horn, and just be like, okay, I might not do it today, but at least write it down on a piece of paper that I need to address this. And remember, ask yourself, is it something that is beneficial for my sanity? And if the answer is yes, you're going to have to deal with that. It's just like slapping paint on paper. Slap it down, because you know what we're doing over here with this paintbrush. We're healing. What? One brush stroke at a time. Y'all, I thank y'all for hanging out with me again, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, Beth, do you see you hanging up there? Where is that? Right there? She's up there on my wall of all the things. Bridget gave me that card. My cards, I usually keep them up there for the year, and then after that, I usually take them and make a book. I take all my cards and make, but that one probably won't go anywhere because it speaks to me. It speaks to me. It's the things you want me to be aware of that I need to have in my head. I think that's just so amazing. It's so cute. And I was so happy to get it in the mail. Okay. I think that's it. We don't have any housekeeping because I'll see you tomorrow. And we're gonna get Boaz out of my studio because he smells like a dog, like really smells like a dog, because he's been outside rolling in the dirt. And hopefully, look, he's sitting up here looking at me like, why are you talking about me? Love you, love you, love you. I appreciate you. And again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would greatly appreciate if anything I said that's here that resonate, even if I stepped on your toes and you're just like, oh, I don't know it. Don't nobody know it. Subscribe to the channel. Come hang out with us. If you're here and you're trying watercolor for the first time, come drop in the comments of this video and let me know if there are any questions that you need, if there's something you need to know. What's the best watercolor? I'll give you in my humble opinion, what I love and what I like. I just told y'all I have 24 brands. So I think I've been through enough to tell you what I like and what I don't like, you know. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. And I will see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And for the month of July, we are here every day, possibly at a different time after Wednesday, because the family reunion is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I am going to still commit to being live because I don't want to not be, because that's how I said I was going to show up for July World Watercolor Month. Slap some paint on some paper, be happy, and don't let people steal your joy. And remember, take care of you. You know why, because we can't be around here trying to pour from these empty cups. Love you guys. Bye.